Hello to everyone. I'm Dr. Rachna. Today speaking about leadership skills to how to unlock the potential of leadership traits in our behavior. Some are born leaders and some inculcate leadership skills in the journey of preparing their career or facing the struggle in life. So but the thing is that very small innate particle of leadership is inside everybody. Only what is required is the conditioning or getting the environmental exposure to enhance and carve those skills. Leadership is the ability actually to inspire, guide, and influence individual, motivating them by your actions, by your vision, by your dreams, and the way you are leading a team. And certainly, the importance of being a leader is to create a very friendly, a very fun, a very positive environment in and around you. It could be in your family, in your society, in the nation, and everybody whosoever come in contact with you should get inspired by your personality. That kind of elevated persona we should try to develop all the time. If we strive to develop certain qualities, I don't believe that that cannot be nurtured, because sometimes it is a debatable thing that leaders are born or it is inculcated. I am always towards the second point, that yes, it can be inculcated. Any person who is not born out of a leadership family can inculcate nicely these skills. Only what is required is the perseverance, determination, and the what I can say, chasing your vision, and you can certainly become a leader. Here I would like to discuss one thing. Leader doesn't mean being rigid, because these days the perspective about leader, what people generally think, that leader has to be very rigid, very stubborn, very egoistic and firm and deterministic. No, this could be there. He has to be deterministic, he has to have certain decision making and taking right decision things. But yes, being stubborn, being rigid doesn't showcase the quality of being a true leader. I'm in a quick recap sharing certain traits which a leader must have. First of all, actually comes the communication skills, how we are communicating to the people. It must be with a vigor, it must be well planned, well thought of ideas should be interpreted and be discussed, introspected within, and should come out publicly or within the team. Another thing which is very important is active listening. Actually, we pay a lot of less attention to the listening and more of speaking. We speak all the time, but listening is a wonderful trait. Building transparency among the leaders, among the team, is very important. That by listening to everybody, we can be transparent, we can work on fostering the culture of honesty, trust building, and of course we can connect well with the team members. So, and addressing the needs of the team members can definitely raise you to the platform of a leader. We must tailor our communication style as per the need. Every time one size doesn't fit all. That's the actually philosophy that works for communicating yourself, also for communicating clearly. Sometimes you need to be very firm and confident, while other time you need to be appreciative. Some of the time you need to be inspiring to get the desired output. So it is always has to be customized rather than being rigid and every time following the same thing. So tailoring your communication style is important thing. What I believe, that storytelling, sharing your personal experiences is actually the thing which connects you with people. Share the lapses, what you have gone through. Share your lacunas. In fact, openly discuss it, because certainly we learn something out of what we have missed. And by narrating those incidences, by telling about them in through short stories, or maybe just through some interesting interventions, certainly we can advocate a perfect philosophy to the people. We can create a very connective and very positive link with the people. Provide constructive feedback to your team members regularly. That is must for a leader, because what we observe, if we just keep it up to ourselves, then what is the purpose? Share it with people, come up openly, don't criticize, rather just discuss the problem, and give a very constructive feedback that by observing this we can improve ourselves, rather than becoming you centered. Say we can do, we can form a new thing, we can think likewise. So that is a good word, using we instead of saying you should do. Address conflicts and disagreements promptly and professionally. Wherever we find the problem, immediately we should start working for the problem, rather than stretching it for a longer duration, because the more longer the things get pending, the more adverse is the impact. Paying attention to the body language when we are communicating to the people, we must pay attention to the body language. Pointing gestures, raising eyebrows, and staring, these kind of things can create a negative impact. Rather becoming very submissive, very much involving of the people in communication can really help in connecting with people, with our team. Embrace technology. We cannot bypass the usage of technology, but use it sensibly, because it can be very fatal also, it can be damageable to our reputation. So always try to strive to assimilate technology in our endeavors, but use it in a very justifiable manner. Consistency is another key to communication. Stay consistent. If once you are coming up with a statement, don't deviate from that statement. Don't come back, and take a stand what you have said. Own the problem, own the decision you have taken, and try to make everybody convinced with the decision we are taking. Another thing is that, see, non-verbal communication, when we talk about, then everything is involved. Proxemics, that how much proximity has to be observed while talking or interacting with your team. Chronimics, that time, punctuality, sticking to time. Suppose a meeting is called, reach into the meetings in time, don't delay the meeting, respect and value others time. Proxemics, chronimics, haptics, the way you shake hand, the way you touch, the way you motivate the people, and energize your team, that is very important. And similarly, paralinguistic things, that where to raise your voice, how to use sensibly your paralinguistic features, pitch, voice, tone, intonation, everything pays a great deal when we communicate with the people. Staying calm and transparent is another very important feature of a leader. Suppose there is some crisis situation, and we just by coming up with very with an angry approach, we are only making the problem worse. We are not adding on any solution to the problem. So staying calm and composed is an important thing for a leader to have. See, I have in the beginning told that leadership traits can be nurtured. These are all the things, need not to be inherited. These can easily be nurtured in our behavior. We can practice all these things, that how to stay calm, how to stay motivated, how to influence people. And of course, certainly, as it is said, that strong public speaking skills a leader should have, and that can also be nurtured just by practicing. Practice makes a man perfect all the time. There is no shortcut for practicing the thing. So public speaking is again not a big deal, that can be nurtured by talking with people, practicing it in advance, and sharing your thoughts openly with the people, not hesitating and not being conscious about that what image you are going to give to your audience or to your team. Because once you are natural, once you are confident, once the things are coming from within, that doesn't mean that what kind of language you are using, but what matters is the inner reflection what you are sharing with the people. And of course, I'm sure that when the inner reflection of your inner self comes out, that is very natural, that is very selective. Vocabulary will always be of high quality, because the things are coming, you are in an exalted state, you are in an ecstatic state, and sharing your sentiments with the people. So staying original, staying natural and spontaneous adds beauty and enhance your communication, adds beauty to your communication, and that actually connects people with everybody. Demonstrate the value and behavior. This is what I have said right now, that if a person All what is required to become a good leader is to listen the voice of self, become a valuable person, value your inner conscious. If we are uh, guided by our conscious, we can never take wrong decisions. That will always be in the right direction, and people will definitely, we will be able to touch the very chord of the person we are talking to. Decision making, identify the problem, work on the problem rigorously. A leader has to have has to be a very hard working person. There is no shortcut for the hard work. You need to totally get involved into the problem, and then try to find out the figure out the solution of the problem. Define the goals, define the deadlines, be objective, and determine the criteria of success. What success means to you, always try to chase that dream. Gather information. It is a very important facet for a leadership quality to develop, that stay informed. The more information you have, the more well connected you would be with the people. Because if somebody is suffering from some people, some problem in your maybe family, society, or in your team, then you should at least know the problem. Then only you can provide a helping hand, then only you can solve the problem. So stay informed, identify the alternatives. If one idea doesn't work, immediately switch on to the next thing. For being very quick in taking alternative decision, what is required? Adaptability and flexibility. Be adaptable to the to and flexible enough to change your decision as per the need, as per the demand of the people. Don't become rigid, as I discussed in the beginning. Prioritize criteria. There is a Pareto diagram which we can understand through Pareto, that how to prioritize our daily day-to-day routine tasks. If something is very important, we must not miss mention it in the to-do list. Make scheduling of your task, and just by prioritizing, equalize the thing. Pay attention to the most important task at first. Consider emotions. Empathy is another very important thing in that leads to that leads to decision making actually strongly. The more you are empathized, the more right decision we can take. Because we know, actually there is a saying where only the wearer know where the shoe pinches. So try to be into the shoes of the person, try to be into the problem of a person, witness it, realize it, and then try to take a decision. So empathy and emotional intelligence is another thing. Act sensibly, act perfectly, not getting guided by the emotions, rather by making a proper use of your emotions. Be accountable. Accountability is another thing. Share the problem and own the problem. If something had gone, that is your fault. Consider your fault. If something had gone right, then give credit to your team. Be accountable, own your decision. Have confidence in whatever you are doing. Have confidence in the ability of yourself, as well as enhance it through self awareness. Practice meditation, practice introspection, learn from the mistakes of the past. That is the only thing how we can every time try to improve our standard of life. Every minute we must not waste. Try to learn from the surrounding, from the environment. Even the minutest thing, even the ant can teach us that how to stay disciplined. Anything, every object of this universe every time is teaching us that how to be calm, how to be composed, how to be creative and innovative. See how the beautiful nest is made by a bird, creates a wonderful nest. So these are certain things we can nicely practice from nature. Everywhere there is a influence, there is a motivation available in front of us. How the clear stream of water goes through that. Similarly, we should be simple, we should be flowing, we should get amalgamated with the things and the surroundings, so that nobody feels hesitant talking to us. These are the simplistic features we can learn from nature, from the surroundings. Now, what is important thing is leadership style. what are there are several styles of leadership. Autocratic, the one who takes decision individually without seeking consent from others. They are just like, I am the one, I can take right decision, need not to consult with anybody. This is autocratic leadership. Democratic leadership gives freedom, a kind of freedom to the team to get involved and take a consensus. By generating consensus, take a right decision. Transformational leaders are those who inspire by their actions and share their vision and let the decision come. So sharing and inspiring the team is a transformational leadership. Another is kind of a serving. We can elaborate it like prioritizing team members need. We don't pay attention to ourselves, we keep it on a lowest level and just prefer the needs of the other members. We can call it a serving or a servant leadership style. Unrestrictive, where we don't put any reservations or restrictions upon the team members. They are free to choose whatever decisions they are willing to take. So completely autonomous it is. Decisions can be taken by the team. All what we need is just to get updated with what decisions are taken. So we can, I would not say that autocratic is bad or democratic is good or transformational is wonderful or serving is absolutely on a next level. In fact, as per the need of the time, we must choose out of the best model. Sometimes it is really required to take a right decision individually. When there is lot of crisis situation around, then emerge out as a leader, take a right decision at the right moment, because then only we can save the crisis. Sometimes it is required everybody's consent, sometimes it is needed to give them the chance to take decision and emerge out as leaders. So this is all situational, we cannot stick to one thing. Rather, these are the styles we must get abreast with, that these are the in fact we must seek opportunity out of every situation, how to emerge out as a leader. कॉमन लीडरशिप चैलेंजेस आर, सबसे बड़ा जो एक प्रॉब्लम है दैट इज मैनेजिंग कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. How to come out as a winning manager out of the team, that is the biggest asset of a leader. And for that thing, paying attention to each and everybody, listening them with empathy, getting guidance from our scriptures. See, Gita, Bhagavad Gita is an excellent source of guiding your principles in a right direction. Without getting convinced by just one idea, take a right decision, which is actually religiously, which is spiritually, which is materialistically, socially right. Don't get guided or out of any preconceived notion, never get governed. So managing conflict ke liye, the best remedy is to refer to the scriptures, to the case studies, to the troubleshooting case studies available in the reservoir. So there are a lot of ways to for conflict resolution. I'll talk about conflict resolution in my separate presentation if you feel like. Deadline with the change. We must make deadlines for taking decision and finishing or accomplishing any task. Without deadlines, nobody can work. Nobody can get the desired result unless until we are working in a time bound fashion. Leading diverse team. After finishing one project, meeting with somebody else means diversity management. The more diverse we are in our thinking, in meeting with the people, changing with the places, traveling a lot, understanding people, that creates a lot of diverse vision in our personality. That is very important. Work life balance, of course, is always a challenge. Here only solution is the time management. By making our time management, we can make a fantastic work life balance. Invest in learning. There is no shortcut to learning. Read as much as you can. There are a lot of good literature available. uh, Fantastic thing is to read scriptures, because our vedas, our epics, they teach us everything about that what is right, guided by the notion of self realization, self actualization, self improvement. That is the best thing. Read as much as we can, and that only enhances our perspective of taking right decision. Books, workshops, mentors, and online courses are available in plenty, but selectively we must focus for certain things. So I'm concluding here as effective leadership involve mastering key skills, and key skills I have communicated already: right decision, emotional intelligence, proper preposition of your communication skills, body language, listening to the voice of self, not getting governed by the principles which everybody is following, work critically onto the ground areas, hard working, deriving correct feedback, not bypassing the channels of communication or rigorously working on certain issue. These are certain things like by adopting all these things and by becoming flexible and adaptable, we can certainly take right decision and this much comprehensive workforce what we have done at a ground level certainly adds a spark to your communication. Then you can come up onto the brim as a true leader in the truest term of the sense truest sense of the term. For any further doubts, you can reach out to me through comment section. So this is all from my side now for leadership skills. Wishing you a happy leadership journey ahead. Wishing all of you to become excellent leaders in your own empire. Thank you very much.